Okay, back for game 2. We have both kept. I think this hand's fine. We've got Cyclers and X-Arch some lands. So let's go for it. My opponent has not dropped a ley line. Living End plan could still work. I definitely think the Splinter Twin plan helps out in the mirror. I can't imagine it doesn't. Had to waste some time there fiddling with the recording software. I'm still getting used to this new computer. Back on Windows 7 instead of Windows 8. Thank God. I don't know. Windows 8 was just like they took everything good about Windows 7 and then added some bad stuff. I don't understand how or why that happened. But, you know, Microsoft, they made Vista, they made ME. They're not perfect. So our opponent is back. That's great. I made him wait while I was configuring stuff, so I can't be mad. Cycle some Street Wraiths so we know what land to play. Probably just playing the Copperline Gorge regardless. Okay, so we've got one Living End left in our deck. That's not great. Plop down the Blackleaf Cliffs. It's always better to play these early on over Shocklands, because Shocklands you at least have the choice of them coming into play either tapped or untapped. But with the Scars lands, if you wait long enough in the game, then there's always going to come into play tapped, and I don't want to lose that choice. So I really hope my opponent does not Slaughter Games me, because that would suck. But what I can do is I might X-Arch him on his upkeep on turn 4, just because then can't cast Slaughter Games. Because he'll name Splinter Twin, not Living End. At least he should. I don't know. One step at a time. He's yet to cycle anything, so that's interesting. Tough to say what exactly is going on here. Maybe he's waiting for me to use a Violent Outburst and then cycle Gaz in response. That is not beyond the realm of possibility. Alright, so now I need to decide what to do on his upkeep. I need to decide if I want to tap something. So if I get Slaughter Games, that would suck. I'll wait for him to do stuff and step. Okay. Now if I go X-Arch and he Shriek Maws it, then that would suck. But I can also keep him off Thought Hemorrhage, and if he tries to Living End, then I get 2 Street Wraiths back, and that's not bad. I am going to do it. I'm going to do it. Might be wrong, might be right. So let's just see how this guy's turn goes before we decide what to do. Alright, so he still has access to black. He can still Shriek Maw. He grabbed a swamp, so we might be headed that way. Play a Blood Moon. Slaughter... Oh, no. 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 Oh, Simian Spirit Guide. No. That's the worst. So that sucks, but that's Magic. Sometimes you get Slaughter Games off Simian Spirit Guide. So this is where having like one Kiki-Jiki in the sideboard could be beneficial. But he's just so mana intensive. So it's tough to say if that would be good or not. Oh, this is the worst. Alright, now do I slaughter games him, or do I... Bringing back 2 Street Wraiths is pretty underwhelming. In case my opponent's rocking the Blood Moons, I'm gonna grab a basic with this thing. Slaughter Gamesing Living End is probably the way to go. Because then I have complete control over when Living Ends happen. Oh my god. So I hold the microphone with one hand. And type with one hand, so doing this menu thing's a giant pain in the butt. I hope I just named the right card. I did. Okay, so has my opponent sided in any crazy kill conditions? He has not. Alright, so hopefully my opponent Avalanche Rider's here. If he does, I'm going to cast Outburst on my upkeep. I think. Do I do it? I don't know. Like, if I do it any earlier, yeah, that's fine. If I do it any earlier, I risk drawing my 1 Living End, and that would be horrible. But I want to get value, right? I want to draw more cyclers. I have a feeling like there's going to be some regret here, but I'm not going to upkeep Violent Outburst. I won't wait until his turn, though, because I don't want him to untap and be able to cycle guys. What do you think, viewers at home? Is this the right thing to do? Okay, thank God. Thank God. Alright. But we still have one more chance for this to go horribly wrong. Please, no Living End. I've already played a land, right? Yep. Oh, let's attack first. 1 point of damage could be the difference maker. So let's say hypothetically this game goes my way, which I don't hate the chances of. And you have to wonder, like, I'm going to be winning hypothetically with Living End, so then that begs the question, was the twin valuable this game? But if I didn't have the twin and he slaughter games me, he would have been able to name Living End. This provides me a concrete, unstoppable threat. Yeah, okay. Just to wrap up what I'm trying to say before we go on to the next match. The way Living End works is if it can't Living End, it just plays a bunch of clunky guys, which is fine. You can win games that way, but it's definitely a lot harder. So by having a 2-pronged approach at winning, then Slaughter Games or Rest in Peace or anything like that is less effective against me. So I think this match, we've got 1 point for Splinter Twin, but the decision is not final yet.